to your different teams. For those of them who can't make it because challenges of jumping onto the Zoom or just normal issues, you can send out the link now. It's just loading. There you go. And share, copy, chat, paste, and voila. Let's get cracking. So thank you. Paulette says, awesome, Shane. YouTube links are amazing, and yes, workers. I may say cool. So we got Kirsty from Silver Glen chats with as well. So guys, if you're tuning in from YouTube, and if a friend of yours actually shared this link with you, please listen up. Okay, I'm going to give you a lot of information, and as I said earlier, I'm going to challenge you. Some of you may wonder, say, hey, Shane, you know what? Do I is this information really important? I don't know. It's up to you. What we're doing right now, is it really important? I don't know. It's up to you. What we're going to do is, my job is to give you a little bit of breadcrumbs, a little bit of golden nuggets on where the world is moving to. And if you understand that, then you can plan yourself for 2026. So you may ask, okay, who are you to tell me where the world is going to in terms of finance? Because we hear it all the time, right? Who am I? What have I done in the space to say, hey, you know what, guys, let's pay attention, let's listen. Okay. So my name is Shane. I am from Durban, South Africa. And I was mentored by Robert T. Kiyosaki, the author of the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, as well as Richard Branson when I was in London. Okay. So I got involved in the cryptocurrency space and about 14 and a half, say 15 years ago. So I was the first person in Africa to buy this car on the blockchain. Okay, there you go. I was the first person to buy Ford Mustang V8. Why? I'm an American muscle kind of guy. On the blockchain. That means I didn't use money. Some of you might ask, what is so good about that? I didn't use money. I used something that, a lot of people probably think, but Shane, you need money to buy a car from a reputable dealership. How the hell did you buy something without vehicle asset finance, without cash, without using the banking system? And the reason I did that is because I wanted to show, especially coming from the continent of Africa, that sometimes we are fast asleep. And if we don't look at where technology is going, we're going to remain there. So on this call, I want to wake you up. I want you to understand something, that what I'm about to show you is way bigger than you, than your opinion or your thought process of what crypto is. Am I making sense? So for you to understand, I can tell you now, hey guys, you can see my XRP cap. But if you don't understand why it is important and why you need to accumulate, and Shane, show me why I should listen to you. This is why your friend or your colleague invited you to this call, because I'm about to do just that. Now, I'm going to explain to you Web 1, Web 2, Web 3. For those of you who are new to the call, do you know what is Web 1, Web 2, Web 3? I want this to be very interactive. Remember, this is not about me, it's about you. I need to know where you at, so I'll be able to explain better. Making sense? So if you know what is Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, type in Y. If you don't, follow what Sadika said. You can see she's already on the chat. I like that. Very, very quick on the draw. Type in no. The worst thing you can do is listen to me and not understand where I'm coming from. That's the worst thing. I'm wasting my time. You are wasting your beautiful Wednesday afternoon where you could be watching Netflix. So let's make this interactive, right? So we got a couple of no's, we got a couple of yeses. Very good. Now, for those people who don't know, I need you to understand this, because then you'll understand my why. When you do any business, you got to have a strong why. If your why doesn't make you cry, then you're doing the business for all the wrong reasons. Some of you go to work 9 to 5, you make your boss rich. Why? It puts food on the table. It feeds your kids, pays the bills. That is your why. You understand? So likewise here, this is an option to what you're doing, and we got to make it strong. So this is your why. Now, when I explain to you this, even if you log up the call and pretend that you didn't hear what I said, that's your fault. So let's start. What is Web 1? So Web 1 is when the internet first started. When the internet first was created, it was a one-way situation where you could only read what was on your screen. Your Yahoo News, etc. When you had to plug your computer into the telephone line and you hear all the noise in the background. Some of you on the call were are probably too, I would say, too young. We are old, right? I'm like 48 years old now, so that's another thing about what I'm going to show you. I don't care about how old you are. I don't care about your education background because we are starting from scratch, start out of scratch from now on. So Web 1, internet was first created, you could only read. So think of it, Web 1 with read only, tick. We moved into Web 2, evolution of the internet, got faster, got smarter, got, portable, you could put it in your pocket. Mobile phones, Web 2. Now you could read and you could write. Okay, Web 1, read only. Web 2, read, write. But you don't own your digital data. What I mean by that, your bank right now knows everything about you. They know where you spent money 4 years ago. They know how many times you like going to eat out. They know your favorite meal is at a burger joint. They know already what your cholesterol level is. They already know you like to visit based on your travel and you're buying your tickets. How many of you guys knew that? You see, you and me, we do this as a mundane, it's just mundane talk. We just swipe the card and yeah, we're going on. This is what happens with the corporates. They come behind you. Every time you leave a little bit of data, it's called a digital footprint or crumbs. They come with a big broom and they sweep behind you. When you go on Facebook, poke, click, like, comment. I love this plane. I love this jet. I like this car. I like this handbag. I like this curry. I like this eating house. Whatever you do on social media, every time you click like, what have you, you're leaving digital crumbs. So these guys are coming and they're sweeping behind you. They take that there, they sell it to corporates. You understand? So banking system, social media, all are Web 2. That means it's controlled by a few big people. Banks are controlled by the Federal Reserve, International Monetary Fund. They know everything about you. That is why the world is going cashless, because cash, you don't know where you're spending. But digital, they know where you're spending. Follow the crumbs, what I'm telling you. So you don't own anything, they own you. Finish and clap. Okay. Now, Web 3 is with crypto, blockchain, AI. Who on this call is going to argue with me and say, Shane, AI has no space in this world? Who got the kahunas to argue with me and tell me AI is going nowhere? Then this is not for you. You, unfortunately, have to find the shell that you're under. I'm sorry if I'm being ignorant or rude, especially on YouTube, guys, but it's a fact. The mere fact that you're on this Zoom, it's got a whole lot of AI functions. Your phone is already, you're already a cyborg. Basically, your phone is already a part of you. Okay. So Web 3 is crypto, blockchain, AI, NFTs, all of that stuff. Now, what is Web 3? Read, write, and you own. Read, write, and you own. So today, we are going to show you how we're going to take you from a Web 2 world into the Web 3 world. So initially, when crypto came out, the Web 2 world hated crypto. Your banks told you stay away. Your governments told you stay away. Your tax, like in South Africa, we got SARS. In America, you got IRS. They told you to stay away. Why? That's Web 3. They don't own you. They don't own you in Web 3. So there's always fear in the market. And guess what? Web 3 started to build cryptocurrency. Bitcoin gone over to one. Thank you. Who's trying to somebody's trying to sit? Somebody trying to contribute to the call. They take over, no problem. Okay, cool. So, sorry, I digress. So Web 2 is controlled. Web 3, you are in control. Am I making sense? Everybody agree with me? Click a thumbs up or something so I know that we'll be communicating. Now, ladies and gentlemen, where do you want to be? You want to be on the Web 2 or Web 3? Because this is what's happening. The banking system is now realizing if we don't send money cross-border quick enough, the new generation who's got a 30-second attention span, TikTok videos, 30 seconds, where they said it's called instant gratification. They send a WhatsApp. Oh, it's just taking so long. Oh my God, he blue ticked me. He blue ticked me and he didn't. You guys know the tantrums, right? So what happens when those kids start to do banking? And if the funds take 2 to 3 business days to go across, don't you think that that new generation is going to look for a faster way to send money cross-border? Now, the fastest way you can send money cross-border is to crypto Web3. And banks have now realized that if they don't pivot, they're going to become the Nokias, they're going to become the blockbusters. Basically, they're going to become, well, basically wiped out of the market. Because me, as a person, I've got a video when I bought my Mustang. It took me 2 minutes for the transaction to go across for me to get my car. 2 minutes. If I do it through the bank, I would have to sit there and do paperwork upon paperwork and why I got the money and where I got the money and blah, blah, blah. It is my money. So what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when business owners, those multi-billionaires who's buying things from overseas all the time, like probably Dilip Hansjia, who's an optometrist, he's probably bringing a machine from Germany. Do you think he's going to wait 2 to 3 business days for his product to come across, or he wants it done like that? You guys know that the ship now that was supposed to go through the Strait of Hormuz with oil and fertilizers, they pay in Bitcoin. Why? It's instant. Okay, you paid, right? Move. Not through the banking system, Web 2. Web 2, oh, where you got the money from? Sorry, ship, you got to wait. I don't care if you carry fertilizer or food or oil, but we have to wait for this transaction to go through. That'll be another 2 to 3 business days, so you're just drop. The world will come to a standstill. So just as how fast AI is moving, money needs to move just as fast. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you how it's moving. Have you guys learned something? Good. If you didn't learn anything, go back to my YouTube, rewind and watch again. Sorry, right? I just had to say that. So what's happening in the space? So you see, Shane, when you talk about crypto, I had a very bad experience with crypto. Oh, let me say this quickly. Yeah, you're going to say, oh, Shane, you don't understand. I had a very bad experience with crypto because that was your past. Please don't carry your baggage moving forward because the world has evolved from 2024. Ever since that orange man sitting in the US, I hope my YouTube don't get blocked, Mr. Donald Trump said crypto is legal and the SEC is now legalizing it. Guess what? People are making moves. The clarity bill is being signed. Okay? So whatever you did prior to 2024, obviously, Web 2, government, SARS, corporate, banks went after them and shut them down. So please don't compare what you've done in the past. This is a new era of technology. Okay? So let's go. Let me show you what we are talking about today. We are talking about something called XRP. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is going on sale. There's 53 million cryptos. How many of you guys, when my call maybe a month ago, it was 52 million? Now it's 53 million. Over 950 exchanges. So if you're new to the space, welcome. Market cap, 2.8 trillion. That we are not talking about any other coin today. We are talking about XRP. Okay, so we got Bitcoin, we got Ethereum, we got BNB, and we got XRP. These are all cryptos. Tether and USDC are stable coins, so we don't count them. So basically, we're talking about a currency that's 1, 2, 3, the fourth largest crypto in the world. You guys can see that? Now, let's dig into it. From the time it was created, it's up, what, 17,885%. Okay. In the last, I would say, 24 hours, there's 1.6 billion that came into it, 8.65%. The market cap for this is 65.75 billion. Can you see that? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's ask you once again. There are 53 million cryptos. Today, we are going to show you how to earn XRP. It's only $1.05. If you are in South Africa right now, let's show you South African value. Let's look at XRP. Okay. You guys watching closely, right? XRP versus ZAR. We're looking at around, let's just go to Binance and put in 1 XRP is about 17 Rand 4 cents. Okay. Now, who can afford 11 XRPs? If 1 XRP is 17 Rand, 10 will be about 170 Rand. With your exchanges and all, we're looking at, like, let's just call it 300 Rand, right? Before I even show you this, who can afford 300, let's play devil's advocate, 350 Rand once off? Or if you're tuning from a different country, like Australia or New Zealand, we're looking at plus minus $25, I would say. Who can afford that on this call once off? Please put it to the chat. And believe you me, if you can't afford it, I understand times are difficult. I understand we're going through a lot of difficult times right now. I'm not here to prejudge you. I'm just merely asking, if you don't have 11 XRP, which is around 300 Rand, that means what you've been doing for the last 5 years is not working for you. And I may be rude when I say this, I may be arrogant when I say this, but I need to be honest with you. Because this kind of conversations you don't have around your dinner table where reality smacks you dead center in the face. Ah! But I'm here to do that. I'm here to challenge you. I'm here to make you think outside the box, whether I hurt your feelings or not, because for me to make $1 million prior to this year, it hurt my feelings. And then I realized that for you to make $1 million in the business, you know, if you want people to like you, then I might as well have sold ice cream. We're not here to sell you ice cream. We're not here to sell you a dream. We're here to give you the facts. If you don't have 11 XRP or access to 11 XRP, because the world is moving to Web3 and they're using XRP, relax. I'm going to show you all of that. So look at the chat. Everybody says media. Well done. Well done. Mike says, SARS, you have to declare extra income. Mike, don't worry about SARS. Let me tell you something, my friend. Don't worry about SARS. We give SARS what they need to get. And I'll show you why. So all the me is there. Let me explain something to you. Pay attention. When the world moves from Web 2 to Web 3, they need a crypto. And they have chosen XRP. Now, Mike, you said, sorry, I'm going to pick on you because you came there. You have, see, Mike says, you have to declare to your extra income. Mike says, you have to. Julian, Mike says, you have to. Mike, I'm going to talk about this. You have to. Okay, Mike. So, for all the mics out there, listen up very, very carefully. When the world moves, and if you know where the world is moving, when fintech moves, when the financial system moves, and if you know where they're moving, you can basically position yourself, right? So let's go. XRP, everybody can afford it. So I want you to, now that you can afford it, I want you to relax, sit back, and just watch the presentation, because I don't want you to look at this and say, oh my God, I know what Shady is going to do. He's going to show us all the millions, and then he's going to tell us, oh, I have to bond my house and sell my car to afford whatever he's showing me. I want you to say, if you can afford 350 Rand, you're good to go. So, Mike, you here, bro? Type in yes if you're here. 15th of October, Absa Bank partners with Ripple. Do you think Absa Bank is going to look at SARS now? So for those of you who say, Shane, what is Ripple? So Ripple is the company, okay? I want you to understand Ripple is the company, XRP is the token. So Ripple can shut down by government, by whoever, but XRP will continuously run because that's on the blockchain. Am I making sense? So like how you got Walt Disney and then you got Mickey Mouse, okay? You got Caranichas and you got the special sandwich. You got Durban, then you got the bunny chow, okay? Understood? You got Cape Town, then you got the Snoop. So Ripple, XRP. Everybody understands that? Very good. So why are the banks partnering with Ripple? Mike, why are they partnering with Ripple? So this is on 15th of October. That's why I said everything you did prior to 2024, Mike, just chill, right? Now, I did some homework and I looked at the list of institutions that are using and adopting XRP 2025. Let's go. Japan. Let's go. UAE. Let's go. This is the Bank of Japan. This is Fujira. By the way, I was here about 2 months ago. Beautiful. Frankfurt Credit Union, USA. PNC Financial Services. Some of us see that when we say, what is PNC Financial Services? So this is some extra information for you, just general knowledge. What is PNC. Okay, they're right here. The PNC Financial Services Group is an American bank. Hello? American bank holding company and financial services corporation based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It operates in 27 states and District of Columbia and 2,629 branches with 9,500 ATMs. Okay, there's all the information here. That's who these guys are. Yeah, that's who these guys are. How many of you knew that? Type in yes in the chat. How many of you didn't know that? We are talking about big dogs. American Express. Mike, you got an American Express card? Did you know that they send money cross-border using Ripple? This is where some of us have that moment. You know what moment I call it? The duh moment. Like, I had no idea. I have American Express card and these people are using Ripple and I had no idea. Well, now you know. Let's go. Let's dig deeper. Let's dig deeper. Let's go down the rabbit hole. Standard Chartered UK. This is basically UK and Spain. Okay. Sorry, Santander. If you guys watch football, you'll see the shirts with that there. Australia. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. If you're on the call, what's up, my Australian friends? If you're from New Zealand, let's do the haka later, right? Australia. South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Vietnam, Russia, Standard Bank South Africa uses Ripple's technology for payments in Africa. Hello, South Africa. But let's look at this. Future adoption. You see, Mike, I'm taking you back to the future here. Middle East. You guys know what's happening in the Middle East at the moment. Latin America. Do you guys know what happened with the Venezuelan president, right? Or MP? You know, he was abducted, right? You guys know what's happening in Africa with France and Burkina Faso and Nigeria. You guys know what's happening. Southeast Asia, you know what's happening when it comes to technology with them. Okay. So Mike is saying, had one stop it and travel across borders and make it express does not. Yeah, because the African countries are moving away from the banking system, as you can see here. Okay, that is why they are pivoting, is because they need a faster payment system. Okay, so how many of you guys knew that? But let's take it one step further. Let's show you something else. Ripple Dubai has launched a 280 million tokenization project on XRP called Real World Assets. How many of you guys here would like to get rental income via RWA, Real World Assets, from Dubai, from London, from New York? It's all happening right now. Now, let's take this one step further. Watch this, guys. How many of you guys knew that Ripple holds a both full electronic money institution license? Let's show you this in bigger pictures. Some of you can see the pictures. Ripple targets EU, wins preliminary MiCA approval for Luxembourg financial regulator. Over 75 licenses. So who on this call wants to argue with me and tell me, Shane, the banks are not moving with Ripple and XRP? You guys see, your mind is, you're going to look for every reason to say no, based on your experience. And then you got Shane making it say, oh, yes. So let's recap. Let's go back. The world is moving Web 2 to Web 3. Banks are moving Web 2 to Web 3. See, like what Mike is having a problem with his cards. Okay. Certain countries are stopping American Express. Either it's too expensive or whatever the horseshit they're talking about. It's stopping. So their banking system needs to move. They're using XRP. How much is one XRP? 17 Rand. Which countries are doing it? Which banks are doing it? I already showed it to you. What are you going to do with this information? What is your mind going to do with this information? How does it process it? Does it say, Shane, talk to me on how do I get XRP, or how do I get a lot of it before the price goes up? Or your mind says, so what? This doesn't have to interest me. I'd rather work for my Rand and be happy and do whatever. Okay, if you're that person, there's the exit end. You'll see the cross end, because the rest of the stuff is going to be very, very scary for you. Okay, I want somebody on this call to stick to the end of this call to say, Shane, I get it. I can see the movement, but how do we position ourselves? Okay, so now that is covered, let's show you why you are on this call. I'm going to open up the presentation now to show you what we are doing in the space. And please leave all questions to the end. Why? Because when I see a question coming out of the chat and it starts to irk me, it starts to like, I need to answer it now. I leave what I'm doing, I digress. And I don't want to do that. I want you to respect me. I will respect you. Once we're done, all your Q&A, I will go through. Even if we are till 9 p.m., I don't care. I will go through every one of them. Okay? So let's respect each other. Keep the chat clear unless I ask you to participate. All questions will be answered during this presentation or once I'm done. Good? Good. Let's go. So how do we accumulate this thing called XRP now that your mind is all geared up, it's all set, it's all ready to say, Shane, I'm ready to process the next lot of information. Let's get started. Now, if you can see my screen, please tell me yes, no, maybe somehow, whether you guys can see my screen. Can, right? Okay. So let's start. Now, what is XAB? XAB basically means XRP AI Bot. Easy peasy, right? XRP AI Bot. Now, how does it work? Here's a disclaimer. I'm not here giving you financial advice. I'm not here giving you financial advice because I gotta be a financial services provider to be part of the FSCA. That's a Web2 world where there's rules, there's regulations in the country. Now we're moving to Web3, baby. But that's just a disclaimer to say that I'm not giving you financial advice, right? Don't say I didn't tell you. So whatever I'm about to show you is for educational purposes only. Are you educated? If you got educated in the first couple of minutes here, just give me some confidence or something to show that, hey, Shane, you did well. Top 3 cryptocurrency, and don't be jealous and don't be miserly with the flames because it's free on Zoom. You can click it how many times you want. So Bitcoin, asset token, you buy and hold long term. Everybody knows that. Ethereum, technology token, layer 1 blockchain. You create dApps, you create decentralized finance, you create fintech, you create NFTs, you create webs. All of that is done on Ethereum and obviously Solana, etc. But Ethereum is the biggest in terms of layer 1 blockchain. XRP is a banking token. So you got asset token, technology token, and banking token. This is where your mind doesn't even need to ask, Shane, what do you mean banking token? Because I just proved it to you, right? Yeah. So let's move on. When was it launched? XRP, June 2012, used by banks to replace the SWIFT banking system. Brad Garlinghouse is the CEO. Okay, now let's stop this here. What is SWIFT banking system? So for money to be sent from one country to another, they used like a giant messaging service. They need something to talk to each other, right? So SWIFT banking system was created in 1972 or 1973. I could be wrong, but one of those 2 years. And it's more than 52 or 53 years old. And it's slow. As I said, 2 to 3 business days. So it is old, it is slow, and it joins 200 countries that talk to each other and over 11,500 financial houses and banks. So think of it as a giant messaging service to each other. But the problem is it is slow. 2 to 3 business days, sometimes 5 business days. But now we find that the SWIFT banking system is being weaponized. What do I mean by that? Weaponized, okay? If USA finds that the country is not doing what it's supposed to do, they put sanctions on it. You saw what happened to Russia. When you put sanctions on a country, you disable the SWIFT payment system. Out. That means that country cannot communicate financially with the rest of the world. So for those people who are living there, guess what? I'm just going to mute K. So for those people living in Russia, there's no Netflix, there's no Temu, there's no Take a Lot or whatever they buy. Now you understand where South Africa is at the moment. Do you know that South Africa, guys, I'm not talking politics, I'm just talking what's out there. The American president doesn't like South Africa right now. You know that, right? So what happening? Our banking system is looking for a way. Before they say we are disabling your SWIFT payment system, other countries. Now remember I showed you the Middle East, I showed you Latin America, I showed you Russia, I showed you Africa. They're all looking for a plan B. This is the reason. No, this is your why. This is your why. This is why we are going to make a lot of money. So SWIFT is old, slow, expensive, confusing. I just showed that. XRP is new, fast, basically 1,500 transactions per second, and it's literally free, 0.01 to send across. So here's my question to you. What happens if XRP takes over 25% of those 11,500 banks? Now, let's do a quick trivia for you. Okay, let's do a quick trivia. How many, let's see, how many banks? See, guys, what I'm doing is not something out of this world. You can also do this, right? How many banks are, how many banks are using Ripple? Well, it does over 20, it did over 27 billion transactions. There you go. More than 300 financial institutions and banks globally use Ripple's network. Okay. So you can see it's already moving. If 25% adopts XRP, that would leave XRP with a price value of $10,000. Now, you can debate this all you want. I will show you the math behind it. So we are saying for everybody on this call, we don't care about 10,000, 7,000, 5,000, 1,000, or even $100. We're talking about $10. In the next 6 to 12 months, if it goes to $10 and we can help you accumulate 100,000 XRP, that will leave you with 1 million US dollars. So some of your mind will shut off because Shane, you don't understand my family legacy. Have never even made $10,000 or $100,000. You are coming here and you got the audacity to dangle a $1 million carrot in front of my face. How dare you? Well, let me tell you something. Your family, your ancestry, your father, great grandfather, grandfather never lived in a time when the banks were moving the payment system. It was always Web 2 or Web 1. You are seeing this happening right in front of your eyes. All those dates I showed you, 2025. So you're at the right place at the right time. So if you can accumulate this coin, just like how I accumulated Bitcoin at the right time, how many people do you think I spoke to that accumulate Bitcoin? Do you think they listened to me? No. Well, I watch where smart money is going. I follow smart people. Okay, let me show you. I read books. Okay, got a whole lot of stuff here. But yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. There's my book here. See, I follow smart people. When you follow smart people and smart money, success leaves clues. So with Bitcoin, I don't know whether I should say it because this is YouTube, because I don't want nobody coming after me, but a lot, right? But now you have a bank that's endorsing it. You have a country that's endorsing it. And some of you on this call will say to me, Shane, you are only talking about the banks, but you don't understand our government is dead against crypto. Mike, this one's for you, brother. Finance Minister Enoch is formally integrating cryptocurrency into South Africa's capital flow management exchange framework. 2026 budget speech, cross-border. Can you see? Cryptocurrencies are now legally classified within capital flow. So who else wants to argue with me and tell me that crypto is not real? Go speak to your government. I'm just a messenger. I'm just showing you. I'm pointing you in the right direction. Go and speak to our president and ask him why Mr. Enoch, our finance minister, said that. I'm just a messenger here. So now you know where the government starts on it, what bank starts on it, what the rest of the world starts on it. Isn't the logical thing to do is to collect XRP? And then some of you say, Shane, you don't understand. XRP is just a pie in the sky thing. It's not a commodity. I collect commodities. I like gold. I like silver. I like oil. Is it? Come closer to the screen. Come closer to me. Is Ripple a commodity? Come closer, guys. Come closer. Yes, XRP, the digital asset associated with Ripple, is classified as a digital commodity in the United States following a landmark joint imperative framework released by the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission. When, guys? When? Where did this happen? 2 years ago. So let's rephrase for those of you who like tangible things, like not pie in the sky money that frightens you. Let's look at you who like something that's solid, like this. Oh, because I'm holding it's real. XRP is now classified as a digital asset. It's a commodity. So I want to ask you, knowing that the banks are going for it, the countries are going, how many? Type in the chat. Mike, how many XRP do you want now that you know? You see, guys, what I did to your brain? I shut off every negative thought process you would have had about XRP. That's what I just did right now. Because some of you are programmed to say no, 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 without having the facts. You base your no on your uncle who tried selling soap with Bitcoin and it didn't work. The soap melted, therefore Bitcoin is illegal. Or your auntie who tried selling fowls one day, black fowl for the temple, and guess what? The fowl ran away. That means Bitcoin does not exist. Now what's your excuse? You guys ready for this? How many XRP do you want? How many XRP do you want? Now, I'm going to go back to this comment here. Sadika, I want for 350 Rand, my dear. My dear, I'm giving you 10 seconds to change that answer right now. If you know the banks are buying it, countries are buying it, and the value is going to go up, how many do you want? Don't tell me you want 10, please. I'm here to make you a millionaire, my dear. I'm not here to faffle around. I'm not here to play fools with you. I'm here to make you a millionaire. So please, when you're talking to me, talk about dreams. You talk about aspirations. You're talking about leaving a legacy for your family. So please, put in the amount. Put in the amount that's going to retire you, because this is how we're going to get it. This is how we get it. We're going to use this bot. Okay, can you see this bot? We're going to use this bot. What does this bot do? This bot is based on arbitrage system. This is Dr. Van Muller. He is the creator. He is the CEO of this bot. See this bot here? Something like this. This guy created it. And a week ago, probably 2 weeks ago, I was with him in Thailand where we launched Mike's. Mike's problem. Mike says SARS. Mike, we launched this, Mike. Don't worry, Mike. I got something. Stick around, Mike. You're going to love this. So this is what the bot does. We work with 4 exchanges, the biggest exchanges right now. If you were paying attention, in the beginning, I showed you there's 950 exchanges around the world. We work with 4. We work with Binance, we work with Coinbase, we work with Kraken, we work with Bitstamp. How's my hand movement? YouTube, you like my hand movement? Like a hand model I am. So we work with Binance, we work with Coinbase, we work with Kraken, and we work with Bitstamp. Every one of them sells XRP, right? But did you know at any given point that the XRP price is different in each one? So what our bot does, our bot goes to the first one. Oh, you're cheap. Let me buy it, and go sell to the next exchange. So between that 4, as soon as there's a price variation, the bot using, listen to this now, okay? I've seen this, right? Quantum computing with IBM computers, not your normal computers. We're talking about quantum cloud computing. Now, our data center does the data management for British Airways and Barclays Bank. And guess what? It does all the work for our bot. So when we talk about infrastructure, we've got like, I can't give you the numbers because like more of an NDA, because we don't want to give out the secret sauce, right? But believe you me, it's really, really tasty. Like it's like the KFC, the secret sauce, very nice. So this bot goes to those 4 exchanges, buys from one exchange, sells to that exchange, and pay you. Everybody understands that? Now, a lot of people's mind shuts off when they hear trading because they think, oh God, I have to put a buy. I have to wait for the market to go up for me to take a profit. If I don't take a profit, the market is going to fall again. It's going to hit my stop loss and I'm going to lose. Here, it's a win-win model. If the price is the same with all exchanges, will the bot buy and sell anything? Like, duh, no. It'll only do that if it finds a price difference. Am I making sense? Now, arbitrage is done by huge corporates all the time. I'm just watching my time. Arbitrage is done by huge corporates all the time. You need a lot of money because there's a slight fraction of a difference, right? So that is how we make money. Who likes the idea of that? Now, how much do we get? We get up to 1% a day. Call it around 20% a month. So Mike, if you're still on the call, guess what? You're probably getting 5 to 7% a year. With XRP, we're averaging between 15 to 20% a month. Up to, I say, because we don't know what the world is going to do tomorrow, who's going to bomb who. But for now, that is what we are doing. As long as there's price difference on the exchanges, our bot will work whenever it is, whenever it finds a profit to make, it'll buy and it'll sell. So how much it's going to cost you? Minimum being 11 XRP. 11 XRP, ladies and gentlemen, plus minus 350 Rand. But we are here to get you 100,000 XRP. So please, if you can afford a bigger bot, in other words, what I'm saying to you, let's just say if you guys have 100 XRP or 30 XRP lying in your wallet, it's sitting there and it's doing nothing. All you're doing is watching the price go up and down. Put it into our arbitrage, the bot will take it and it'll trade for you and it'll give you up to 20% a month until it reaches 300%. So if you come into 10 XRP, 300% is 30 XRP. 100 XRP gives you 300 XRP. 1000 XRP gives you 3000 XRP. Understood? Now, very, very simple. You can have one bot, two bot, 100 bots. So, Shrika, you said you want 10 XRP, which is one bot. Tomorrow, you can take your profits and you can take another bot. Or you could use, go and apply for the, the government gives us that SASA 350 for nothing. Guys, do that. What do I think about this? Go and apply for that SASA, you get the 350 and you buy bots. That gives you up to 20. Damn, I shouldn't be giving financial advice. I'm too good at this. But you guys get the picture, right? You can come in with any amount of XRP and any amount of bots. It's programmed on the blockchain to give you a 300% return. Okay? Understood? Easy. Everybody can afford that. You can come in at any amount that you'd like. All you got to do is on a Tuesday, you activate your bot. Your bot goes very, very white and gray like this, like it's going for a funeral, all sad. All you got to do is to click on this bot, click submit, click yes, and it changes color and it says trading. Now, let's recap for all of you. XRP, $1.05, the world is buying. You get your bot for 11 XRP. 10 XRP is your XRP, but the 1 XRP is the fee. In other words, the fee to run your bot, which is 17 Rand. Come on, guys. So you can come in with how much of XRP you want. Sky's the limit. Or how often you want. Maybe this week you'll take one, next week you'll take one. For your mother-in-law's birthday, you might buy her one for her birthday. It all depends how many you want, no problem. Okay? Now, it trades for you until it gives you a 300% return. Understand? You can take your profit and you can buy how many bots you want with your profit. Everybody understand that. This is not rocket science. It's very easy to understand, right? So let's move on. How do you get paid? So you get paid with a smart contract. That means when you click it, what is a smart contract? A smart contract is basically a computer program where our arbitrage runs on. Now, why this is good is because there's no human being deciding whether to pay you or not. Like some other deals where the CFO is sitting and saying, XRP is going to go up, let's hold on to the payments. Here, there's a computer. And what happens to computer programs? Guess what? They do not know what's the human element of greed is because they are programmed. When Mike clicks withdraw, we need to withdraw because the smart contract does not know the price of XRP in the market. It just knows 11 XRP, withdraw. 100 XRP, withdraw. Mike gets his. Now, see now what Mike does. Mike, when he withdraws it, he sends it to his Luno, or he sends it to his Bella, or he sends it to his altcoin trader. Those are all exchanges that's linked. And then when Mike gets it in his Luno account, he brings it to his bank account. When he brings it to his bank account, there's Mr. SARS knocking on your door. Hello, Mr. Mike. I see you doing some transactions on a Web 2. Luno is Web 2. Bella is Web 2. Basically, anything that's controlled by a central body is Web 2, right? Hello, Mike. Knock, knock. You need to shine up and look lively, Sano, because I can see some funds coming through here. Did you not see what our financial minister said? Our finance minister said? But then, Mike, what happens if from your smart contract, which is Web3, you send it to a Web3 MasterCard that has no credit limit on this? And you go to the ATM and you put this card into the ATM and you put in your PIN and the money from your smart contract gets converted on the ATM, and then you get cash. And then, Mike, you go to Spa, buy a cotton beans money, and you tap, Mike. Money's not going into your account, Mike. Money is going Web3, straight from your smart contract that's working for you into your card, which MasterCard has partnered with. So, for those of you who tell me, Shane, I want to go research Xrp Ai Bot. Yeah, go. You're going to research on Web 2, right? Google Web 2. Yeah. YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Web 2, right? And what you're going to find? A whole lot of jargon based on what? People's opinions behind MLM and all of that. So I'm asking you, Mike, and everybody else on this call, please don't embarrass yourself and get back to the person and tell them, hey, person, this is what I found on Google. And they're going to tell you, hey, person, MasterCard already knows because they finished going through all of those complaints and they were all fictitious. So please don't embarrass yourself. We've done all the due diligence with you. The person who invited you on the call already read those things. So, okay, understood, right? In Hindi, I say samjo, right? Good. Now, let's move on. I'm going to go back to your questions, right? So you guys understand so far. Bot gives you 300% return. You withdraw on a MasterCard, okay? Everybody has access to the MasterCard. Obviously, you're going to pay for this MasterCard, but transactions are free, okay? Now, let's move on. By the way, who likes my MasterCard? Julian also has one. Elza also has one. And all of you guys will also be getting your MasterCards coming through. Now, let's go to 4 streams of income. Now, this is the part where a lot of people's minds shuts off. So I want to be very, very specific. If you guys like our bot, our AI bot, right? Our AI bot. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to show you all this, right? These were the pens when we went to the event. How cool are these pens? You just click this pen here and it kind of lights up. Off, on. The technology that we see there, it was absolutely crazy. So let's talk about another thing. Those of you who are new here, you're going to get in touch with the person inviting you and say, hey, I want your referral link. Don't worry about what that is. How is none of your business? They're going to send it to you. You're going to tell me, hey, I have my 350, I have my 500, I have my 1,000, I have my 2,000, whatever it is, because your bank is only giving you 5% for the whole year. Yeah, you're doing up to 15 to 20% a month. So you choose your pay, right? Now, this is another part that I need to speak to you. When Bitcoin became big, who promoted Bitcoin? Was it the banks? Was it governments? Was it YouTube? Was it Facebook? Was it social media? Or was it people who believed in Bitcoin at the time? Because there were very few people at the time who were involved in Bitcoin, right? They only understand the power of the blockchain, which I studied, the blockchain. That's what kept me going well. Everybody else in South Africa told me, no, I knew what the blockchain was. And I knew one day the banks will have to adopt blockchain. So here's my thing with you. Who promoted Bitcoin? It was done word of mouth. There was no branding. Now, we in the Web3 space, we're going to take this virtual bank with our MasterCard out to the community. 100,000 South Africans around the world. I want my team 100,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to partner with people like you who says, Shane, what's in it for me if I take this bot out to my friends and family? Because I don't want them to earn 5 to 7% a year. I want them to get XRP with the commodity that's going up in value, not your rand that's going down in value because of inflation. Am I making sense? I want you to think big now, okay? You're not an employee anymore. I want you to think as an employer, as a CEO of your life. Here's what we do. You're also going to get a link. You're going to reach out to somebody. Hey, you got to get on Shane's call on a Wednesday. He does it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Get on the call. He's going to show you how the money is moving. He's going to show you how the banks are moving. He's going to show you how the governments are moving, and he's going to prove it to you. It's not going to be his opinion. He's going to go directly to the websites and show it to you. You got to be on that call. It's of utmost importance if you want to secure yourself for 2026. You don't go talk about 300%. You don't go talk about the bot. You just get them here for the education. Then it'll make sense to them. Am I making sense? So to you, to those people who's on this call right now, you need to qualify for this. When I say qualify, no need for money and all of that, you need to qualify mentally, because we want to run with people who sees the vision of what we're doing. Because if you see the vision, that means it makes it easy for me to run with you. I don't need to beg you, tell you, hey, you need to be on the Zoom. I don't need to call Julian or call Dilip or call Hey or call Zaf or call Reverend Mike or call Vikashni or call on any of these leaders to tell them to be on the call. They know We got to do our work. 9 to 5, we make our boss rich. 7 to 8, we build our empire. Am I making sense? So if you don't have that mentality, this is where you get the link from somebody, you get your bot, it trades for you, happy, you just poke on a Tuesday, execute on a Tuesday. That's your thing. The next part is for people who say, Shane, I've been waiting for something like this. Can you prove, hello, can you prove that arbitrage? No problem. Every Sunday, 9 p.m., Dr. Jack is going to do a call with all of you and us. He's going to show you that arbitrage that's live. Who likes that idea? So nothing is hidden here. When we talk about 15 to 20%, we put it on the block because we know, and we can see it on the blockchain. Okay, good. So this is how it works. If you take this out, think of it as you as the main branch of the bank, Web3 banking system, right? Xrp. You need branches. Then you need satellite branches. Then you need ATMs. So this is how it works. I showed my wife. She said, oh, Shane, I like it. I want the 10 XRP, no problem. I made 8% from her. 8% of the 10 XRP. If you got somebody coming with 1,000 XRP, you're going to make 8% from them. If they come in with 500, you get the picture. But we came in with 10. I started with 10. So my daughter signed up under my wife. My wife made 8%. I made 2%. That's not a bad thing. So every time my daughter signs up somebody, I'm making 2% every time. And that's the youth. It's 16. She's going to be 17 in October. That's the youth. That's the market I want to educate the youth. I'm not going to spend my time convincing a 50-year-old man why XRP is going to change his life. It's like you whooping a dead horse because it's already there. But you can get a 50-year-old man who says, Shane, I'm open. I'm an entrepreneur. I understand that the world changes. Talk to me. Those are the 50-year-olds we want to work with. We want to embrace you. We want to hold your hand and we want to run with you. I don't care your education background. I don't care how old you are. I don't care about the color of your skin. If you like what you saw and say that more people in your community needs to see this, then I will hold your hand and we'll run through this. Am I making sense, ladies and gentlemen? So how do you get paid? Very, very simple. Okay, we got 3 minutes left and I'm just going to complete this, right? Direct 8%. I just told you, anybody you share your banking system with, you're going to get 8%. If they take it down to their satellite branches, you're going to get 2%. If these ATMs, level 3, 4, 5, these ATMs are all around the world, all around South Africa, all around Africa, because you don't know who is going to get your link. You don't know who from your level 2 shared it to level 3, who shared it to somebody in level 9 in Russia. You're going to get 0.5%. Now your bank is global, baby. Global. 2%, 1%. When you look at level 10, we're looking at about 500,000 people here, guys. 500,000 people. Now, let's look at this here. Once you grow your volume, you know everything about business. Like my wife is a private banker for Standard Bank, right? And each bank had its financial statement. That bank had to bring in a profit. That means how many funeral policies you sold, how many savings you did, how many check accounts you opened. They'll go to different companies to open up their account. What you guys think that the money just come into the banking system? Go and speak to any person who's in private banking and all. They're going to go out and look for business. You are in this business here to look for customers. Okay? That is why I said, for those of you who don't want to, you don't need to. There's a special kind of person I'm talking to here. So your thing is, how do you qualify them? Do you have 350 Rand? Do you want to make up to 20% a month? And you're going to get this MasterCard to spend. Who's going to say you no for your bank? Your mind will tell you no because that's what you programmed, right? Yeah. So let's look at this. As your volume grows, just like how banking volume grows, you can hit Ambassador 1. Here, you got to be on a 500 XRP package, right? So if you start with 10 XRP and you think you're going to become a millionaire, yes, you will someday. But if you want to grow this with me, if you use your commissions from all of these levels here, you can come to 500 XRP, you get 6% of 1,000. I hit Sapphire in about 80 days. I made 4,500 XRP. I made 10%. It was around 45,000. I made 4,500. Then I hit Sapphire rank again. And guys, I started this in January of this year. And now I just have over 1,500, close to 2,000 people who's in my organization. That's how big my Web3 bank system grew all around the world. And when you hit this rank, so this was given to me when I got there. Okay. So when you hit the rank, you call up on stage and you presented with stuff like this. Okay, this is like really, really heavy. So this was given to me as the fire rank. And to date, I started with 10 XRP. To date, I cashed out over 13,000 XRP. That's about probably close to 370,000 Rand. So my question to you, can you take 350 and make 500,000 by end of this year? I did it, but then I'm abnormal because I do presentations when I'm sitting on the beach. I do presentations when I'm sitting in my holiday home. I do presentations anywhere. I don't care. I don't care if I didn't shave and look pretty for you guys in Zoom. I want to get my message out. That's how I do my business. Sometimes 4 calls, 5 calls a day, just like your business. When does your shop open up for business? Here, there's no expense. You don't need to worry about staff. You don't need to worry about getting your stock for your shop. It's 350 once off. Excuse me, but the biggest mistake you're going to do is treat this like a 350 Rand business. Biggest mistake. Because the world is going to move faster than you. Banks are going to go to the customers, to your customers, your friends, your family, quicker than you. Then what do you do? Now, guys, I want to leave you with this. If you're excited about XRP and if you're in, type in I'm in right there. Type in I'm in right there. And there's no obligation. I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to force you to see where the world is going. It's like I kind of force you to see where AI is going. Can I force you to do that? No, I can't. I gave you enough of proof of where the world is going. The question is, are you in? If you're in, you are going to get back to the person who invited you to call and tell them I'm in. Now, some of you may not have the 350 Rand, which is understandable, but this is what you say. Hey, so and so, I really loved what I saw. I didn't understand everything. I don't have the 350 Rand right now, but can I register? And as soon as I have my 350, I'll get it. Now, how you get your XRP, leave that to me. Reach out to me. I will sort all that out for you. Don't worry about all of that. How is none of your business? You will be trading by this afternoon if you really want to. You understand? You're going to get back to the person. You're going to register for free and get back to them as soon as you have the 350. However, I just showed you the price of XRP is going up. So please don't come next week and say, oh, Shane said 350. No, it's all based on the price of XRP at this moment. And here's what's scary. If XRP goes up to $100, this package now costs $1,100. That's close to 20,000 Rand for the same thing that you're going to get today for 350 Rand. And this is why people make money and people become rich. And this is the reason why people are poor and stay poor. If you don't make $1 million or if you don't change your life for the next 6 months using this, who do you blame? Do you blame me or do you blame yourself? So guys, let's give it up for everybody on the chat who said, I'm in. There you go. I'm going to give everybody a shout out here. So we got Sadika says me, Julian, I'm in, Nolan, I'm in, Sipper says I'm in, Sadika says I'm in, Reverend Mike, you in, Lashman, I mean, there you go, guys. That's what I like to see. Now, let's go to questionnaires. Mike, brother, talk to me. So those of you who want to leave and see maybe you got something else more important than making $1 million, and because the most amount of learning is done right now during the Q&A, right? So if you want to leave, maybe you've got something more important to see to, you can exit the call, right? You get the link from the person who invited you here, and you can watch the review again. I'm just going to stop the live stream now. Or should I leave it, right? Let's leave it because some Q&A, maybe you guys can watch it again. Let's leave the live stream. So let's go back to the questions. I want everybody to type in the questions in the chat. Everybody. While you guys are thinking about your questions, let me give you some other news. Like what you saw with XRP. XRP does about $114 billion a day. Gold does $316 billion a day with trading. XRP work with 4 exchanges. Gold works with 10 different exchanges. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to launch, it's already launched, our gold arbitrage. I want you to understand. Gold arbitrage. You know, like this gold arbitrage. How many of you guys like the idea of that? They talk about diversification, right? If XRP goes down in price, you're still earning XRP. That's good because when it goes up, you're going to cash out. But what about putting food on the table today? Because gold price, yes, it fluctuates, but we're going to get paid in USDT on your Xrp card. And the way gold is being structured, gold is for you to earn a salary every month. Now, I'm just saying that to just taunt your taste buds. So when we say Zoom call, you get onto the Zoom call because we are going to show you. Guys, let me give you a small idea. I'm waiting for the questions to come, guys. I need more questions. I'm very upset. There's not a lot of questions. You're not challenging me now. That means I did too good job presenting that you guys got no questions. I can't have that. Please. I like constructive criticism. Okay, I'm kidding. Now, how about this, right? Come closer. This is for those people who didn't bother to be on this call. I'm gonna leave you with this nugget. Hey, my battery, my pen is gonna die, man. My Zap pen. What if on the gold arbitrage, when you hit a rank of, let's just say, Sapphire, and you earn $1,000, okay? In XRP, it's once off. But in gold arbitrage, you get the $1,000 every month. I'm waiting for the reactions. Are you guys jealous of what I just said? Come, guys. Imagine you hit that rank of Sapphire and you get the $1,000 every month until you die. Nobody's dying, touch wood. I'm just saying. But not like the very market words. And there's more. What if once you hit that rank, your volume goes down? Obviously, you claimed. You build it up again and you hit Sapphire again. And now you're $1,200. Guess what happens? You still get the $1,000 for the first rank every month. Then you get $1,200 every month as well. So you do the work once, but you can't stop your team from being in the volume because they're going to earn in gold arbitrage. So your volume keeps on picking up, and then you claim and you earn that amount every month. Guys, are you aware of what we're going to launch? Are you aware of how crazy this is? $1,000 every. Maybe you go to gold with $4,000 every month. $4,000, $4,000, $4,000, 4,000 till you. Okay, we're not going to die. I'm just saying, right? Because it's blockchain, it's going to go. As long as it's gold, there's going to be trading. We're going to be making money, right? Now, imagine for 1 second you hit diamond 2 times, like how I hit ruby, and I did all of this in less than 5 months, right? I hit ruby, then I hit sapphire, all in less than 5 months. Imagine with the gold, we are going to hit that rank. So some of you may hit, let's say, claim ambassador 10, and you may make about maybe $300. Every month you get $300, $300, $300, $300, $300, $300. That's your salary, right? Then you can take some of the dollars and you say, I need the XRP bot because I'm getting 15 to 20% here. So guess what? Then you take some from here and you multi-streams of income, ladies and gentlemen. And then everybody who orders the card, why? They're going to spend the money from the gold, right? From the gold arbitrage and from the XRP. They're going to put it here, and then you get paid again. And then when we go to Egypt, where everybody is invited, we're launching our European bank because there's so much of money that's going to be made here. You don't want to keep it in your card. You don't want to keep it on the blockchain. You want to keep it in the bank, right? We already got the licenses for the banks, which will be launched in November in Egypt. And then there's more. In Cancun, Mexico, property tokenization, where you earn an income from owning tokens that's in Dubai. We did a flat, I'm talking about a flat on the blockchain that's called RWA, real world assets. And then guess what? I've been going through that for the past 1.5 years, real world assets, and now Zab is bringing that to us. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I want to cast vision. It's not about the Xrp Ai Bot. We got a whole ecosystem that's coming for you that's fully licensed, obviously approved by MasterCard, because they went through all of this before they could partner with us. They already got a 5-year projection of what because that's how MasterCard works. They showed me the paperwork, guys. I was like, and they told me, Shane, this card was supposed to be launched in 2027, and it's here now. So everybody, I bet you guys are not going to sleep tonight. IVP says, go Gold is God's money. Exactly. So for those of you who says, hey, a lot of people understand crypto and XRP, but who doesn't understand gold, baby? Okay. So Sidika says, what's the price of the card? So Sidika, very, very simple, right? You can get the DigiCard. A DigiCard is a digital card where you can put on your Google Play, Samsung Pay, Apple Pay, and you can just tap your phone. So you don't really need the physical card. That's $99 once off. Now, what? Don't go buy it now. Go spend your money. When you make the profit and when you want to spend, then you get your card. Okay. So these cards here are 149. Okay. They are the plastic cards. Now, then you get the gold cards, which is a metal. That's 199. And that's the card I'm going to go for. But people like Julian, who's on the call. Julian, where's your card? Show off, brother. Come, guy. Show off your card. Then we got Elda, who's like a few of us who took, packages and paid for it in advance. I managed to get their cards down. So the cards will be distributed by the leadership when they come down to South Africa. There you go. That's the. I don't want you guys to only think it's about me. You can see Julian there. He's got his card as well. So exciting times ahead. But for now, we start off with XRP. We build you there. We get you to know the company. So how do we get the cards? Amanda, in your back office, you click more. You go see ZAB card, apply. You can do it there. Okay. So Athenia says, what is the timeline to earn 300%? Let's work the maths out, Athenia. Up to 20% a month. 5 months will be 100%. 15 months will be 300%. And yes, Athenia, here's something funny, right? When I spoke to somebody, they told me, only 20%. I said, okay, how much a month do you think if you put 350 in the bank, it's going to give you? Oh, I don't know. I said 1944. How much you getting here? 40 rand. Only 40 rand. I'm like, 1944 to 40 rand. That's why that's why they talk about financial literacy is very, very important. People just don't get it when you quantum leap that amount, how much more it is. So to answer your question, Athenius Stingling, we're averaging about 20%. So if we say 15 months, let's just say 18 months. I don't know. It all depends. But here's the beauty of your bot. Your bot is programmed to give you 300%. So it's not time-based. It all depends what the market does. If the market is good, you'll get it way quicker. Okay, but it's way more than what the banks are giving you because the banks are taking your money and still putting it into XRP. You guys know that now. Can I have the presentation on how to fund a new account? Tembisine, no problem. If you're new here, reach out to the person who invited you to the call and they'll sort you out. They'll show you, we've got videos, we've got the link tree. It'll show you exactly how we do to fund the account. It's absolutely simple. It's absolutely brilliant. For an example, let's just say Tembisile, you get in touch with the person and they say you, oh, but you need to get your Luno. No problem. You don't need Luno. You don't need any of those things. You come to me. I got XRP. So I'll send it to you via a gift code and you pay me for it. So you guys right now can do the exact same thing. If you have a whole lot of XRP, you can say, hey, Shane, I got some XRP. No problem. They can give you the cash. Mike, can you watch? Now, Mike, that I have to pay tax on because the money is in my bank account. You get that, Mike? Okay, good. Any money that enter your bank account, you are liable for your taxes. There's no other way about it. You are liable. I'm not giving you tax advice, but you are liable. So you decide what you want to come in. I want to know all this full profit, or is it interest? Okay, Sadiqa, I invite you to the call, so let's have a chat. Not today. We will definitely talk tomorrow because once I'm done, I'm going to have dinner and I want to rest. I came back from a holiday and I came back from 2 holidays I need to rest from. So Chris says, how do I buy this coin, Mr. Shane? XRP. Chris, you can buy this. If you got access to Ludo, go ahead, buy it. If you got access to Vela, go ahead, buy it. You got access to Allcoin Trader, go ahead, buy it. You got access to Binance, go ahead, buy it. Okay, you can do your own purchases. But I'm just saying for those people who are not tech savvy, who does not have access to all of these exchanges, you can reach out to me. I will gladly help you guys out. Everything made sense. Thank you, Sadiqa. Amanda, wow, awesome. Okay, this is when I was speaking about the goal where everybody started to drool, right? Amazing gold is gold money. Do we give people the link or number? Okay, so Sidika, I will show you once I register you on. I will run all that by you. But good questions. I can't keep calm. I'm super excited. Look, Solo, can you imagine? Can you imagine me? Can you imagine me in? Oh my batteries. Oh man, I was going to show you that video when they showed the live account. So let me tell you something. See, like for XRP, we got the blockchain where you can verify transactions, right? So nobody on this call can come and give me horseshit and tell me, hey, is this real? Because we can go to the blockchain and prove it to you, right? We do that all the time. Now, for the gold, you're probably asking, but Shane, how does the company prove the gold? With the gold, how many of you do trading here? Have you heard of my FX book? So my brother is a chartered accountant. I was explaining him, he's an accountant, and I was explaining me in matric. Me, E for enough in matric, E for maths. I was explaining a chartered accountant. Oh my God. So anyway, so damn, I digressed and I figured what I was going to say. That's a blue for you. So my point is, oh yes. So my FX book, I was explaining to you what is my FX book. Like how you have a blockchain, okay? So you cannot immute anything, you cannot change it. My FX book is for all the brokers out there. So if you are trading, then you say, oh, is this broker good? Let me look at the trade history of this trader. So you can go to the MyFX book, you can put his name and you'll be able to go back to the history of his trading so you understand whether he's good or not. You understand? So here in our company, you got the MyFX book as well. We got the QR code. So if you're sitting with anybody that says, oh, so you'll do gold arbitrage. Oh, where's the proof of the... Then you take and show him $25 million. You show him how many percent we do every month. 7, 8, 12, 15% every month. My FX book, guys. Go research. But if you want to be good in this business, you got to do your homework. Research what is my FX book. They'll tell you, right? So, hi Shane, if possible, could you please talk a little bit about Egypt and the payment structure? Sadiq. Okay, so let's do this, Sadiq. Let's, because of the time, let's do that on Thursday, tomorrow's call, right? Guys, are you okay with tomorrow's training? We do a little bit of gold. I'll show you. I'll have all my videos already set up. And we talk about Egypt because Egypt will be launching the bank, right? But let's do gold tomorrow, a little bit of, everything that's coming, all my videos to show you exactly how the MyFX book works. We go directly to MyFX. We can show you all the good stuff. So tomorrow I can do that with you. Sadiq, can we leave Egypt for tomorrow because there's a lot of information and the payment structure is very simple. You can pay for Egypt in 6 months. So you can start paying from now. So as you earn your XRP, it goes towards your Egypt payment. Okay. So you book now, but you travel later to Egypt. By the way, guys, the Egypt trip is all inclusive, right? We are in Sharm el Sheikh. I think it's I don't know how many star, I think 5 or 7 star. There's 20 restaurants from Italian to Japanese to Indian to Pakistani. Plus, you could have your chicken tikka or your shish kebab, all of the good stuff, right? Now, drinks. Cheers. If you want, no, guys, this is water. Please now behave yourself. But if you are on hot drinks, like your hot stuff, alcoholic as well as cool drinks, all inclusive, ladies and gentlemen, all inclusive. And for those of you who like pyramids, we will have a chance to take a picture in front of the biggest pyramid of them all. And we can stand with our MasterCard in front of the pyramid. I know how to do that, guys. All those people who think they're clever come say, oh, pyramid. Oh, is it? So does MasterCard partner with pyramid? I'm going to stand there. MasterCard partnered with this pyramid behind me. Julian, what you say? Paulette, what you say? We go do that in front of the pyramid, right? So, yeah. So let's go. Let's see the next chat. Next question is, I have a T volume of over 2,000 XRP, but personally is 430. If I buy a package of 70X, where will I invest in 90 days? Okay, Devi, let's talk tomorrow, please. Let's do a call. I don't mind sitting down with you and explaining all of that. Not on this call because it's private information as well. I won't want to do that. I'm buying with Shane, my man, Reverend Mike, Cape Town. Cape Town. Let me tell you something about Cape Town. Cape Town is an open market. If you got friends and family in Cape Town, Reverend Mike is not going to like what I'm saying, but guys, Reverend Mike is doing a phenomenal job there. But we need more people coming from Cape Town. Gucci Tenchi is going to go B. No problem. Thank you so much, so thank you so much. No problem. Shane, is the Egypt event published yet? Yes, the Egypt event is published. There's a change of date. Let's do all of that tomorrow, guys. I was on a holiday. Give me a break, guys. Give me a break. There's so much information. So Dilip said, goosebumps. I get goosebumps at the time. I like that song. Guys, thank you so much for being on this call. God bless you. There's a link on the at the bottom there. You can watch it over and over again if you have to.